Alrighty guys, welcome back to some more Tales of Arise. Last episode, we began our journey as our hero, Iron Mask, who, upon meeting a character named Shionne, one of the Renan people, we've journeyed here with the Resistance to help overthrow the Renan government. And so, in this episode, we're going to go meet with our Resistance and see what we can do to help. But before that, if you guys do like this video and this series, make sure to hit that subscribe button. It'll really help me out, and it'll make sure you don't miss the upcoming videos. With all that out of the way, let's get into it. So, there is a couple things we can get around town here. I don't know how I slid off that. We can go ahead and grab that apple gel there. We're going to go ahead and explore here in a second. First, let's go up here and start the little dialogue here.
Zephyr, you made it! See? I told you there's no way Zephyr would have kicked the bucket.
Fine, you were right. So, what's the plan?
Well, we've got an ace up our sleeve and the enemy's in disarray. I say we strike while the iron's hot.
So we're finally going head-to-head with Balseph.
That's right. We can't afford to mess this up. It's now or never.
Then now it is! We've all been waiting for this day for far too long!
Leave the plan to me. In the meantime... yeah, you two need to do something about your outfits.
I have just the thing for your size. Stay right there, okay?
How do you know what size I am?
I told you, it fits like a dream. I'm afraid we don't have any Renan clothing. I could find you some Dahna outfits. But something tells me you'd rather pass.
Is this really that important?
In case you need reminding, I'm here because our interests overlapped. Nothing more. At no point did I say I've given up being a Renan. Now, let's play nice. How about you ask Nath and see what he says? He's our one-stop shop for info around here. With any luck, he might just know something.
We get the Ocean Blue Battle Garb. And Zephyr has left our party. So our next destination is to speak with Nath down here.
Nath, we need your help.
Ah, damn. Never the manpower when you... Huh? Help, huh? What kind? Is it urgent?
Well, no, not exactly.
Well, in that case, would you mind helping me out with something first? The work's really piled up around here.
What is it you'd like us to do?
Anything you can manage. No one cares about us slaves. That's why it's all the more important that we stick together and take care of each other. Check in with that guy over there for details on what needs doing. And thanks in advance.
You see anybody around here?
So we'll go ahead and speak to our client.
Can't chase after every little...
Hey.
Nath sent us. He heard you might be a little short-handed.
Yes!
You could say that. Didn't think he'd send over the Iron Mask himself, though. That's some bright eyes with you. You sure we can really trust her? She's on our side. Zephyr can vouch for her. If Zephyr's good with her, I guess we don't have a problem. What the hell. Name's Dyran. I'm the one who runs this lodge. This is a lodge, but we all already have our own beds. We don't sleep on straw and rock-hard dirt around here. The Crimson Crows have their fair share of folks who are either knocking on death's door or can't otherwise move around openly. That's what this place is here for, to give people a place to rest up properly before they head off to fight. Everybody needs their rest. If you don't rest, you can't hope to fight the Bright Eyes at your best.
I guess.
Makes sense. What do you want us to do then? I need your help haul in some cargo. I need you to help haul in some cargo. I have some friends who are on their way to collect it from our hideout in the Shionne mines. The mines. Is this really such a good idea after the Renan snuffed the place out? These are valuable items people risk their lives to gather. We need to get at least some of them back. They should be down around the Sandinas ravine at this point. Meet up with them and help bring the supplies back to this lodge.
Got it.
You're welcome to use these facilities if you need to as well. I'll let you sleep here for free. So, this is essentially our intro to side quests. This is our mandatory side quest. Sub-quests in this game. If you see a letter icon above their head, that means they have a sub-quest. Completing these sub-quests will earn you rewards, and you can accept as many of them as you like. You can also check each of their objectives from the activity records.
I had no idea the
So essentially, what you can do is you can go into your inventory here, and I believe in Field Guide, you can have the activity records, and this will show you your main and sub-quests. So right now, we need to get Shionne in better clothing, and to do that, we have to meet with the Crimson Crows at San Denis Ravine. So we'll go ahead and display priority. Oh, it's already displaying, I see. I thought it was going to fill in when we were doing that, but if you press X, you can view it on the map where we need to go. On top of that, if you press Y, it'll show you your target as well as just a little description for it. A couple other things are artifacts. We haven't got that just yet. Enemy info. This just shows all the different enemies you fought. Gigantic, unique, and normal enemies. Their weaknesses, their resistance, their HP and stats. Really, all you need to worry about is item drops for when you're doing certain quests or your weaknesses and resistances. For the most part, you don't really need to worry about anything else unless you're just curious what they're weak to. As far as, like, do they have more physical or magical defenses? Help is just a recap on anything we've talked about. Play records just shows our playtime. And finally, glossary gives you an overview of the people, places, and other things throughout the world. Finally, last thing we can talk about that we didn't talk about last episode is if you ever have any DLC items, you can come in here and you can pick those up. So for instance, I have this Vacation Hoodle doll. I have this different difficulties you can add. Very easy and unknown. I won't be using those. All of these are free DLCs at this point. We have the SNX collaboration pack. We get the Miyoho Muramasa replica. Really everything else I'm not going to be using, but I can show off the replica there. And then the Atelier Sophia 2 collaboration pack. Again, just items for our characters there. And any other DLC you can pick up right there. That lets us show off our outfits here, which is essentially just little things you can do to customize your characters, such as if you don't want him to wear the ocean blue battle garb, you can let him wear the ragged clothes again. On top of that, you have attachments such as the Dogtails, Vacation Hoodle, Baki, or Sophia's flower hair clip. Unfortunately, you can kind of see it on his mask there. I won't be doing any attachments just because I'm not a big fan of it. And finally, weapon skins. These can be, I think, any weapon you have in the game. But you can give him the Muramasa replica if you want. I actually think that looks really cool. I don't want to throw it on just because I want it to look how it would in-game, but you can do that if you want. Same with the hunting rifle if you want to give her a hunting rifle. And so with that, let's go ahead and meet up with the Crimson Crows. But first, we can go ahead and just do a quick look around town just to see if there's anything new here for us. Nothing in here. There's this ladder I want to check out. Unfortunately, it's not marked on the map to get close enough. But I don't want to miss out on anything either. The good news is it sparkles from really far away, though, so you can kind of get a look before you even get near the items that you want to pick up. And unfortunately, nothing over here either. Wow. Well, maybe we won't do too much exploring inside towns then. I thought there'd be a lot more here, but based on that, I'm not keen to agree. We had found those one items, like, right over here, right by the water fountain. Outside of that, nothing else here. And it could just be this town in particular. But if you still want to get a full look, you can do this and just get, like, a full look around town. Nothing else here for us. Now, I think there is fast travel in this game. Actually, I'm pretty confident there is fast travel. The problem is I don't think it's going to let me fast travel right now. Because what you can do is you can fast travel to neighboring maps. So, like, for instance, right here. But it's not letting me fast travel anywhere else. So maybe we just can't do it yet. So we'll just go ahead and run on over there. We do have a little party chat here, though.
Try to be careful not to stand out too much. You're the only Renan around here, you know.
I know. I was just thinking about how communal it feels here, even though it's only supposed to be slave quarters.
Huh? Oh, yeah. When you put it like that, I guess it is different from heavily patrolled Moscow. Were you expecting something more depressing?
It's likely a sign that Balsef doesn't think you guys can do anything to him.
What?
I mean, if Balsef thought the Crimson Crows actually posed a threat to him, You'd figure he'd be trying harder to suppress them.
You... No. You're probably right about that. All of the other Dahnans that aren't with the Crimson Crows accept the Renan's rule as simply a fact of life. From the day we're born, no, probably even before that, it's been drilled into us that the only purpose our lives have is to help select the next sovereign.
If they don't like the status quo, then they should fight it. Otherwise, they're endorsing it either way.
I see it differently, but that's just me. Speaking of Renans, do all of them think about things the way you do?
I won't deny that among my fellow Renans, power and status are everything. However, that isn't what this is about for me. I have something I need to do, and I'll do whatever it takes, and use whoever and whatever I need in order to get the job done. To hell with power.
So, we'll go ahead and just head south now. Back into the Sandinus Ravine. And you'll see the enemies have respawned. If you want to fight them, you can. I tend to try to fight every enemy at least one time. On top of that, you'll see that some of the collection points have respawned as well, such as those over there. The mushrooms. Again, I probably won't go out of my way to pick them up a second time unless we need them for a quest or for any crafting later on in the game. But they are there if you need them. But let's go ahead and just complete this side quest real quick by running over here. And it looks like they got beat up pretty bad.
What? They're all dead? How did this happen?
Soldiers, that's how.
Are you Iron Mask?
Yeah, I am. Dairon sent me to help. Hang in there!
I'm so glad you made it. In the bushes over there. You'll...
Hang on! Shionne, do something!
It's no use. He's already dead.
Damn them! They've killed so many of us, and it's still not enough! They won't be satisfied until they've wiped us all out like pests!
He mentioned something about those bushes. We should check them.
Is this a cooking pot? But what is it doing here?
If I had to guess, he put it there to make sure a Renan wouldn't steal it.
So even though he knew he was dying, he chose to use the last of his strength to hide it, believing somebody would come for it. I guess you think it's stupid getting killed over a silly trinket, huh?
No. Clearly he risked his life for something he believed in. I would never mock someone for that. However, it will be up to us to figure out the purpose behind his dying act.
We'll make sure it wasn't in vain. If nothing else, this proves that the Renans can be outsmarted. We'll carry out your will, and see it through to the end.
Then we'd better get going. We don't know when those soldiers might be back to make another sweep of the area.
So this is
And with that, we have the side quest completed,
Sounds like
so we'll
you're
go
kinda
ahead and
scared,
just
you
run
know.
on back.
Of course I am. But if I'm gonna die one way or another, I'd rather go down fighting.
I do like the maps in this area. I don't think... There's a few large ones, but a lot of them are fairly linear. They're easier to traverse through. And especially when you don't have, like, enemies... When you don't have random encounters, which... I don't know. I'm always torn on random encounters. It kind of depends on what game I'm playing. But when you're not having to worry about random encounters while you're running through a world, it makes it a lot easier to actually explore and feel like you have the freedom to do what you want in the world. Damn, so nobody made it, huh? I'm sorry. If we'd arrived just a little sooner, we could have... Hey, these things happen. It hurts, but this is the world we live in. I'll take good care of what you brought back. It's the only way we can respect the sacrifices of those we've lost. Hey, when's Daddy coming home? Oh no, That's the guy's kid. Not yet, sweetie. Your dad's gone away for a while, and don't lie to me. He's dead, isn't he? I know that whenever grown-ups look sad and say someone's gone, they always mean they're dead. Daddy always warned me that this might happen one day. He told me to stay strong and be brave. So this isn't right. Poor kid shouldn't have to be dragged into our own mess. Let's report back to Nathan and then get ready to fight. There we go. Quest completed. We get 800 gold, which is the currency in this game. I think that was 2 SP, which is our intro to skill panel. Emblem obtained, Iron Mask. So, we get the skill Counter Edge. After a perfect evade or perfect guard, press RB to trigger an immediate counterattack. Titles. As you fulfill certain requirements for each of your characters, you learn titles for them, which unlock arts and skills that they can then learn, making fights easier. You can view the title unlock requirements from the skill panel. And then in the skill panel, you can spend skill points, or SP, to learn arts and skills from unlocked titles, all of which grant powerful effects, making it worth your while to spend SP early and often. The skill panel can be accessed directly by pressing the right on the D-pad. If there's a skill you want to learn but just don't have the SP for it yet, highlight it in the skill panel and press X. Doing so will turn on an alert that will notify you once you have enough SP to finally unlock it. So essentially, these are your skills as it said there. We have some for Iron Mask as well as some for Shionne. And if you check it out, we got this title right here, the Rebellious Spark. This was essentially just we had to complete the side quest. But look over here, this is the title of Iron Mask. Again, I believe we already have both of these, but we can go ahead and take a quick look at their skills. I'll talk about all the skills once we actually get them to this point, and then I'll just bring them up against once we actually equip them. I want to zoom in a little bit. In the Iron Mask skill tree, we have increased critical damage. We also have Sonic Thrust, which is a sword skill, a lightning fast thrust, followed by a sweep attack. We have increased midair damage, and easier perfect evade / guarding. Then, in our Rebellious Spark title, we have Counter Edge, the one we just got. Severing Wind, which is a wind ability, summons a vicious gale as it strikes enemies upwards. We have Stardust, a hidden art that unleashes a barrage of thrusts before concluding with a dramatic slash, increasing our maximum AG by 1, and Mid-Air Evasion. Both of these are really strong. I'm going to pick up Severing Winds first, just because I want to get a wind art on Iron Mask there. And then for Shionne, she has the Escape Artist title. She has increased max AG already unlocked, but she can also get Gemini Aqua, evades to the right, then fires 2 water shots that fly from side to side on impact. Burning Strike, which is a fire one. This is you can see there's a symbol next to it. This Gemini Aqua is a water type attack, but it is also a physical attack, not a magical attack. This, however, is a fire attack that is a magic attack, as you can see the little staff next to Burning Strike. It is a beginner fire art that drops 3 fireballs from the sky. We also have increased near-death attack and elemental attack, increases attack and elemental attack when near death, and a KO prevention allows you to endure an enemy attack with 1 HP remaining 1 time. I'm going to pick up Gemini Aqua. Spoilers for Iron Mask. You guys saw him wield a fire sword. He's going to get access to fire abilities. So getting Burning Strike really isn't useful right now. From here, we can also just quickly go to our... well, we can't do it yet. I wanted to go equip my new skills. So here we go. We can go ahead and head into our skill panel. You can see it says we have new stuff, but I don't think we actually do. Same with your field guide. You can now see artifacts. Artifacts confer special effects simply by having them on. So this is where you can do the very easy difficulty and unknown difficulty. And then finally, if we go to our arts, we can equip our new abilities here. So I think instead of Swallow Blade, I think I'll keep Swallow Blade on A and I'll do Severing Wind on X. It is a ground attack that can launch, very similar to Rising Wind. You can see that right next to where it says ground attack. And so on Swallow Blade, there's nothing, but on Rising Wyvern, there's an up arrow. So go ahead and throw Severing Wind on. And then nothing new there. And then good thing we have her on auto, so that way she can just automatically use it. But if we wanted to, we can go ahead and... there we go. I was trying to figure out how to get to this point. You could get rid of something like Magna Ray and throw on Gemini Aqua if you do control her. But if you just have it on auto like this, she'll use all of her abilities. So there we go. let's go ahead and before we speak to Nath, you can see there is another side quest right here. So let's go ahead and quickly talk to this person. You can confirm objectives and more. Pressing LT, you can view the main story and sub-quest objectives, as well as the player's level, HP, SP, CP. Essentially, you just bring up a full menu here that can show you everything.
I'm skeptical.
You must have gone through the Sandinus Ravine to get here, right? Is that Zygle still out there? Big guy, looks like an insect with wings, has scythes for arms. Yeah, we saw it. Looked big and pretty tough to boot. That's the one. It's hard to feel safe knowing it's still out there. I'd really like to see it get its comeuppance one of these days. Especially since the people that deliver that comeuppance are going to enjoy a pretty mighty payday on account of all the materials they'll earn. Oh yeah? Yep. Zoogle materials are imbued with astral energy, so the stronger they are, the more energy their materials contain. We could use them to make new weapons and stand up to the Rena a little better, even with our astral art handicap. With the odd stray, I can usually gather a few people and get the materials myself. Something that big's bound to go beyond my capabilities. If only there was a good way to beat it. We're not strong enough right now. We can say we'll take it on.
Alright.
Don't see the harm in us checking it out. Do you hear what you're saying? You've got enough to worry about as it is without inviting even more danger. Your Renan pal's right. I know you're strong, but I think even the Zoogle might be beyond you. It's not like I need you guys to take it down for us right away, but how should I put it? If anybody has a shot at it, I think it'd still be you guys eventually. Once you feel like you're up to the challenge, that is. When you are, would you be willing to give it a shot? You can bring other people along with you to help, of course. Sure, that sounds fair. We'll get it taken care of for you sooner or later. Essentially, this just gets you on the giant Zoogle hunt. I believe it's just a quest that tells you to eventually go kill that big Zoogle. We will not do it yet, and as he hinted at, you can bring other people along. Essentially meaning, once we get access to more party members, we can come back and try it again. Where, it's you. It's not you. You're just gonna tell me more. I don't need to know that. It was you.
You're back, huh? Sounds like it was a real ordeal out there. Much as I hate to admit it, there aren't many of us who can take on those Renan armored soldiers. All we can do is make sure we remember those who sacrificed their lives for the cause.
Yeah, they won't be forgotten.
Glad to hear it. Now, what was that favor you wanted to ask me?
Oh, right. Well, you see...
So then, you're wondering if I know of any places where you can find Renan equipment, huh? Anywhere with those damn bright eyes is gonna have tight security, of course. You can't just go carelessly poking around. Unless... Across the wilderness outside Ulzebek, you'll find the Fagin ruins. There's some kind of old Renan castle out there. What with it being impenetrable, I forgot. But with a Renan tagging along, who knows? Maybe you can find some way in. You ask me, though, it's a lot of trouble for some Renan rags. If I were you, I'd get comfortable with Dahna garbs.
Those look like the ruins. Let's move.
Are we really going in there?
Yes.
Which one was it?
Let's move.
It's not that one. It's this one over here, right? Because that forward is the way we actually need to go eventually to progress the main story. So I believe it's this way. The ruins. I think we're going... Are we going to the Iglia Wastes? Am I crazy? This doesn't seem the way to go. Let me go back and see if it was the other direction and I just missed it. I mean, it might not let me go north through that big gate. Let's at least check. Oh, we do have a new party chat as well. Renan technology, but let me just quickly see if I can go north here. Nope. Shouldn't you be going somewhere else? Okay.
Hey, Shionne, where does your gun come from?
What do you mean, where does it come from?
When you're fighting, it looks like it just appears out of nowhere.
Oh, that's transferal technology. When I don't need my weapon, I submerge it in empty space. And when I do, I summon it. Make sense?
Not really, but it sounds pretty amazing.
Huh?
Well, that way you don't have to carry around any heavy weapons or worry about enemies trying to steal them, right? It's a pretty cool invention.
You realize you're praising the technology of your enemies, right?
So, technology is technology. It's not good or bad in and of itself.
I guess that's true.
Okay, we'll go ahead and head up here now since I know I was wrong the first time. Clearly, it's not giving me the option to fast travel yet, but again, I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure you can at some point. I think first time I played this as well. This is already further than I got the first time I was filming this. But I believe the first time I played this, it was very similar, and I was sitting there trying to Google how to actually fast travel.
There's Zoogles here too?
Yeah, of course there's Zoogles here. They're everywhere.
Hey!
You should always assume there's Zoogles anywhere you go. They're one of the reasons I need you all. We're a team after all, and that means you need to pull your weight. So when I call for you, I expect you to clear out any enemies around me. What? Why do I have to do all the... In exchange, when I call for you, I promise I'll shoot down any enemies around you too. Sound fair?
Right.
Yeah, alright. If you don't get in the habit of speaking up during fights, that'll impact morale and our ability to combo together. So make sure to do it often, got it?
Just a minute.
Looks like the enemy spotted us. Time to get to work. You don't have to tell me that. So here we go. Boost attacks. You can summon allies in combat to use their unique boost attacks. Once the boost gauge or BG is full, press the corresponding direction to execute. These moves can be followed up with more attacks afterward and also restore AG when used. Although the boost gauge builds up automatically over time, it can be filled up faster by landing attacks and counter edges on enemies as well. So let's do it. Iron Mask's boost attack. Iron Blade initiates a brute force swing attack that can down almost any enemy. Use it to get allies out of deep trouble and create openings for additional attacks. This is our first true tutorial. After using an art, activate Iron Mask's boost attack to restore AG. Press the corresponding direction to trigger his boost attack. So, go ahead and just come up here, do a Severing Wind, and then we can go ahead and press up on the D-pad, and we get our boost attack there. You can actually see there's a little bar filling up around our character, and when it's full again, we can go ahead and use it once more, and there we go. That's our boost attack twice. Shionne's boost attack, Wing Clip, fires numerous beams of light from the muzzle of Shionne's rifle. Effective on aerial enemies, it temporarily restricts their flight abilities and downs them. So, you can down 2 enemies with Shionne's boost attack, press the corresponding direction to trigger her corresponding boost attack. So if we're currently targeting this B right here, and then press left on the D-pad, she'll come in and use her ability. Go ahead and recharge it a little bit quicker. And then once it's back up flying again, we can do it once more. Now, it is recharging incredibly fast right now. During real combats, it does not... Oh, does that have to be 2 different enemies? I guess it does, because that one didn't count. Let's go ahead and down this one instead. There we go. Teaming up with other party members for boost attacks allows you to keep attacking enemies longer. Different members work better against different enemy types, so don't be afraid to mix and match to maintain the upper hand in battle. There we go. All we gotta do is defeat the enemies now. We launch the guy in the air. And... Oh, I think I just barely had enough AP there. Or AG. Is it AP? I think it's AP. Do another Severing Wind to launch it in the air. 3 more attacks. And then down it with a Mirage. And then... That is another downside, is if you're not on semi-auto, if you are on auto... Or manual, rather. Things like your boost attacks here can miss. If you have it on semi-auto, it won't miss. Looks like you got the hang of it, but don't let it go to your head. Those are easy ones. I know, I know. So here we are. This is our first, like, a big open area. But again, they're not ever too big. I don't think there's, like, a huge world map or anything. It's kind of just, like, area to area. But there is quite a bit to explore. So you'll see right here, we can go up this little vine. And up here, there's a few things for us to grab. We can get our potato right there. And grab a second one. And then up top here, is a chest with 500
These are
gold.
the Fagin ruins?
And these are the Fagin
A place
ruins.
like this turns derelict.
Your guess is as good as mine. I didn't even know this place existed until we heard about it. All that matters to me is whether I can find anything to wear in there.
Why does she care so much about her appearance?
We'll go ahead and come back down this way. If I remember correctly, there's actually another thing up top here. So I don't want to jump down just yet. Yes, there's these over here we can grab. Just some wheat. And then you have a quick way to drop down and grab that. So we'll drop on this enemy here.
Gotta break through.
And I kind of want to target the B and just immediately go with a Shionne ability there.
Come one, come all.
Ooh, maybe I do go back to semi-auto because this is brutal.
It's over.
Because there isn't like a proper lock on. Ooh.
It's over.
Let me see what semi-auto feels like here.
Let a marksman handle it.
Because it does feel a little weird to like always face the enemy. But like otherwise you can just miss so many attacks. Like right here it's pretty much guaranteed you'll hit if you have semi-auto on. Huh. I'm torn. I'm gonna play semi-auto just for a little bit, see which one I like better. Shionne, get out of there. And Mirage. There we go. You can see we're not getting those boost attacks anywhere near what we were in that tutorial.
Blip on our radar.
Up here we can grab another one of these parallax stones. You can also see the level of it, the material you're getting. So that was like a level 2 or a tier 2. But you can see there's also this area over here. Yeah, we have to wrap all the way around to climb up there. I don't like fighting these guys. I want to ignore them if I can. My first time playing this game, I did get all the way to like your first big boss encounter. Remember the boss being pretty difficult and I had to go back and grind to level up a little bit. We'll see if I have an easier time this time around. And just like that, we are out of AP, so kind of just need to recharge it for a little bit. When you run out of AP, your combos get really slow too, because you can only combo 3 times on the ground before you need to do a quick recharge. Go ahead and down that guy. Severing Wind. I don't think this is actually weak to wind, so I probably should just be using Rising Wyvern. Swallow Blade. Rising Wyvern, and there we go. Get rid of those B enemies, but we're really low on CP. We probably want to rest soon to recharge that. Some mushrooms hiding in that house. And then back the way we came from but didn't actually explore. We got some more potatoes. Now, a good thing about the world maps here, that they're actually very quick to traverse. We've already gone through about half of this area just in what we did. So there are a good amount of enemies just scattered throughout here, but for the most part, pretty quick to traverse if you're not getting into a fight every 2 seconds. Kind of want to fight another one of these guys because these are easy if you are able to break that that ore on its back.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Let's see if it'll let me. I also need to worry about getting my perfect dodges. Yeah, see, that's the problem. If you're on semi-auto, sometimes he'll just kind of wrap around to the front of the enemy. Ooh, boy, that hurt. Please heal me. Shionne? Shionne? I don't think you can swap yet in battle. I believe that is a later thing you can do. Shionne,
Here I go. It's over.
want to get me up? Oh, no, you can. You can swap from the main menu. Swap to Shionne so we can play the game again. The good thing about her is she does have this range, so it's like pretty easy to just stay away from these enemies. Oh, she doesn't have resurrection. That's why she wasn't getting me up. Okay, let's do a Gemini Aqua. There we go. That's the enemy defeated. I think you still get XP even if they were downed. Ooh, maybe not. Yeah, let's make sure to heal my wounds. Is there a quick heal? I can't remember. We'll go ahead and just arts. First aid, hitting Iron Mask. Running real low on CP. Of course, I say I want to fight that guy, and then I get bodied as soon as I do. Pick up all this, and then we're going to go around here because there are some enemies we can fight here, but also up there was that area we saw that we could get to.
Out of our way.
I want to try this perfect dodge, but ooh.
I'll take you all on.
It's the timing's real weird. I don't need first aid right now, Shionne. I need to be better at the game.
We've turned the tables on him.
There are still more left.
Right.
Swallow Blade. I just wanted to do one perfect dodge. It could be really important for the boss fight, because like the only way you can do damage is to get perfect dodges. Perfect dodges and counters. Thank you, Shionne, but we are out of CP. Please stop using that. We are, in fact, out of CP. I don't think we can even get a heal now. Yeah, if your party runs out of CP, you won't be able to cast healing or support arts to restore it, stay at an inn, or campground and rest. Luckily, there is a campground in here, but we unfortunately might have to avoid any other enemies going forward. This is a rock we can't get through just yet, so we'll hold off on going there. I think it's much later in the game you can actually go through there. Go ahead and climb up these vines. And up here, I think there was a chest hiding here somewhere. Or maybe this was a mean Zoogle. This one might be a mean Zoogle. Over here are some wheats we can pick up. And then we have 2 bees and like one of the dog Zoogles. We'll go ahead and fight these guys. I don't think these enemies are too difficult. Just overall. Do a quick Swallow Blade. We got the break on him. Ignore the bee. It's much easier if I'm not just trying to farm the perfect dodges. You can gotta just stay out of the way. Oh, why did she use an apple gel, dude? Oh, it's because she was low. Yeah, that's fine. Nothing I can do about that. I forgot they'll automatically use items sometimes. There we go. That is the enemy defeated again.
I'm pretty worn
Level
out.
7. Grab that orange gel. Up here. Maybe it's a side quest later. There's definitely something up there that we can't get to yet. And I believe it's the same for up here. I want to say this gets grown later and we can climb up it. Nothing we can do about it yet, so we'll just go ahead and drop back down. I kind of want to make a beeline to that campsite. I don't want to fight these guys for sure, because they're going to at least hit Shionne. And if they do hit Shionne, it almost kills her. There's an iron chunk for us. Right there is another carp. How can carp survive in water that isn't deep enough to swim in? I got no clue. Ooh, another one of those golems. I'd love to fight it, but if I get hit by it, it's like an insta-down. Some more wheat. Finally, head over here. Grab the potatoes, and then there is something hidden back there, so let's go ahead and get through these bees to get to it. And after this, we'll go back to that campsite. Swallow Blade will be the easiest here. Huge damage. And then we'll go ahead and use my boost break. Oh, we're fine, we're fine. Please don't use any of my items, Shionne.
I'm quite aware without you reminding me.
I think I can combo breaks actually on these bees, because I think when I do a air break and then send it back down with a mirage, I think they get broken immediately. There we go.
I've used a bit too
And
much
then
healing.
up ahead, yeah, I know you used a bit too much healing, Shionne. We have a lavender, an herb that raises attack when used. Smelling it heightens an eater's appetite, their inner strength welling up in a turn.
What's this thing?
I do believe that plant we just got there is very similar to seeds or nuts in other games. They are permanent stat increases that, in that case, would permanently increase your attack stat. Like I typically do in these Let's Plays, I will hold off on using those basically till the very end, just till we have all of our party members, so that way I can show off what each of them is the best at. There are some apple gels. We'll try to avoid these wolves so we can make it to that campsite, because I need this CP back bad. Ignore that enemy. The campsite should be just right up here.
I wonder if those are the Fagin ruins below us. Shouldn't be too much farther now, if that's the...
I guess it's been a while since I had a bite to eat. Don't worry about me. I'm used to working while I'm hungry. It's no big deal.
It is a big deal. You should eat whenever you can. The last thing I need is you keeling over in the middle of a fight just because you didn't eat.
Never thought I'd get lectured on eating by a Renin, of all people.
Yeah, well, Some of us Renans know what it's like to go without food, believe it or not.
What do you mean? I thought...
This isn't about me. Now, are you going to eat or not?
I would, if we had anything to eat. But we don't.
Actually, I have a little bit of food on me.
You've been carrying that stuff around this whole time? I'm not sure it's gonna be enough for the both of us, though.
That's why we're going to cook it instead.
Cook? I've never done anything like that before.
Me neither, to be honest. But we've got to make something out of all this, so might as well try.
So yeah, it'll automatically put us up to the campsite. I wanted to come here anyways. And it'll give us a little tutorial on cooking.
What are you staring at me for?
Your clothes are
I
all
believe when you
about
choose the
function
rest option, you can now choose to cook food. At camps and inns, you can cook meals, conferring temporary effects when eaten. New dishes can be made by finding recipes, while ingredients can be found at collection points and general stores. Eating a new meal overrides any previous effects. Favorite meals. Depending on who is in the party cooks a meal, the extent of their effects and their duration will vary. As such, it's wise to rotate who's on the cooking duty based on the current goals and the party's overall status. So for instance, this is Xionne's favorite meal, so consume double ingredients for 90% to cooking effect and duration. The cooking effect is defense up T, which just means it increases the party's defense by 5%, and it requires 3 wheat to make. Let's go ahead and cook it. Xionne will do the cooking. It'll
This
take
should
6 wheat
definitely
instead of
keep you guys
3.
full.
But we get some porridge.
You really do eat through that mask of yours, huh? I'm impressed you can manage so well.
Huh? Oh, it's nothing. You get used to it after a while. Still, I'm glad we decided to stop and fill our stomachs. I've got a newfound respect for cooking now. But I guess that's easy when you're used to eating everything raw. It would have been perfect if it had any flavor.
Sorry it didn't live up to your palate.
Oh, no, that wasn't a knock on you. I was just... Sorry. That's not how I should thank you for cooking for me.
You've got me curious now. Is it just pain you can't sense, or are your taste buds shot too?
Oh, sure, my taste buds work fine. Although, apparently what I like tends to be a little out there.
How so? What's so unusual about what you eat?
Well, one time I couldn't get enough of these things I picked off a plant, but everyone else said they were way too spicy. Doc thinks maybe I crave spicy food to compensate for the lack of pain I feel.
Maybe it's best I take charge of the cooking. You know, just to be on the safe side. I can't guarantee it'll be to your tastes, though.
I said I'm sorry. Look, I'll learn to tone down my tastes in the future, so let's just put that slip of the tongue behind us already.
I haven't been to this section of the game in 3 years, and I still remember that dialogue. And we unlock a new emblem. Xionne gets the Speedy Chef. And she gets her counter edge. On top of that, she also gets the skills Toxicity, which is a poison attack. Fires poisonous water bubbles that can inflict poison status on enemies. Increased ailment rate, making it easier to inflict physical ailments, such as poison on the enemy. Increased ailment bonus damage, doing more damage from things like poison. And increased near-death attack and elemental attack, just like up here. Yeah, she'll be near-death quite a lot in this.
Well, off we go.
And there we go. With that, we also should now have our CP maxed again, but there's not really anything else for us to find here, because I did go over everything in here on our way through. So yeah, as you can see, as long as you're not just fighting every single enemy, these areas can be covered pretty quickly. Now, the problem with not fighting every single enemy is that you can very quickly become underleveled. So we do just want to be a little bit careful as we run through here. So, we're going to head into the Fagin Ruins.
This must be it. Looks pretty ancient, but I recognize Renan architecture when I see it.
It's seen some beatings. If it stayed sealed all this time, it's not because people left it alone.
It's not just their technology. The Renans build their structures out of special materials, too. Strong enough to withstand assaults from Dahnan tools and weaponry, anyway.
So, how the hell are we...
Easy.
So here we have our first proper dungeon of the game. However, saying proper dungeon is a bit of a, probably not a correct term. I wouldn't say there really are any dungeons in this game, especially because the world maps all are very linear with just a couple branching paths. So it very much is just like a world map almost.
It probably even dates back to the Great Conquest.
But it is
3 centuries
multiple
ago.
floors, so it's probably the closest we'll get. We do have a party chat called Mutual Hunger here.
Phew. That may not have been a fancy feast we just had, but I don't remember the last time I felt this full.
Do the Renans often not give you all enough to eat?
It's never enough. The Renans decide exactly how much we'll have and when we'll have it, and that's that. We do our best to get around it. Everyone has to grow their own food and such behind the Renans' backs in order to get by. Thinking about it now, I wonder if they've always kept it meager so we would never have the energy to try to resist what they've done to us.
Yeah. An empty stomach takes its toll on the body and the spirit after a while.
How does a Renan like you know what it's like?
I may be Renan, but they don't like me either. I could be squeaky clean and they still wouldn't give me anything.
Did your stomach just...
I didn't hear anything.
But you just ate. How are you already...
I said I didn't hear anything.
I still have some I haven't eaten yet. Do you want it?
Sure.
So, we'll go ahead and start running through the dungeon here, starting with defeating these enemies. I think the good thing is, you can also see their level. I haven't talked about that. The top left corner, you can see their level and what enemies are here. I believe the enemies don't actually respawn in the dungeon meaning it is pretty easy to keep track of which ones you've defeated and where you've been. Ooh, good combo here. Holy, they never let me know when they're about to attack. When can I guard? I just want to guard. There we go. Get rid of this. Oh, there we go. Ooh, ooh. I know dodging is just clicking B, or clicking whatever you have set to your dodge, but I don't know when it does the block versus dodge. We'll head this way first because this is a dead end. Over here we can get an antidote rock. Go ahead and fight some more of these armadillos. There we go. I just barely got that break. Maybe we just can't get a perfect dodge. No, because we wouldn't be able to have the counterattack if we didn't have the perfect dodge, right? I'm just trying to figure out how I haven't got it at all. Maybe I got it before we got the counterattack. Honestly, I think Shionne does a ton of damage to some of these enemies. Like, the amount she's doing to this armadillo, it's over halfway dead by the time we finish up ours, so...
This could be useful.
And tucked away back here, I believe, is actually a item for us. This is a type of chest. It is 2 life bottles. These are like the Renan. Yeah, he's going to say it, but it's a Renan chest.
We should definitely hold on to what's inside.
I hear something squeaking. Is it a bee? Are the bees fighting the armadillos? It's like above me. I know we're going to be able to go up to like different floors, but I actually think it's seamless too. I know it says there's a blue dot here, which typically indicates you're about to do a transition screen. But in this, in a dungeon like this, you kind of just walk up the stairs. It was the bee and the armadillos. And they are called bees. I didn't know for sure. Let's go ahead and just drop the bee real quick. I think hers actually recharges quicker than mine does. So, try to get rid of this bee real quick. Quick swallow blade. And then we'll do mine. Every time I do my first attack, I think it's whenever I had already maxed out my parts points again. There we go. I don't think you can get over there just yet. You can fall down to the previous floor, which I believe is important for some areas. Oh, no, you can jump. I forgot. Yeah. There we go. Make it over here to grab that iron chunk. And then nothing up here, but this is a way back over there once we're done exploring this side. Go ahead and get rid of these 2 armadillos.
Let's dispose of the trash.
Oh boy. Sometimes when you miss, it can be really bad. I don't know what that red aura is that they're showing off sometimes. I wonder if it'll be a combat mechanic later. Joan, if you could give me a heal, because I know you're about to. Ow. Severing Wind. Severing Wind's so strong. I just don't know if it's... I probably should check what they're weak to. Don't need it anymore. Don't need it anymore. Okay. Up here is another one of those plants. This one is a chamomile that raises penetration when used. I don't know what the difference between attack and penetration are in this game. And here is a sealed off area. So we have to actually activate a panel to open this up later. I think the panel can be found somewhere around here. It actually might just be directly above us, but go ahead and wrap over here first. Inside this room is another chest with an apple gel. And then we can climb up there.
We've been walking around for a while now. Can we give up already?
And we're on the third floor next.
I'm tired of something, all right.
I'm not giving up until
Looking for
we
the
search every inch of this
control
place.
panel. Yeah, we should search every inch of this place because there's a control panel somewhere. Ow. Whenever I don't launch them, it sucks. Can I get a break? There we go. Severing Wind, launch him in the air, 3 hits, and then Mirage. It's the strongest you can do early on, unfortunately. I wish there was other combos. You can get them later, but for now, that's pretty much the best. I actually think, if I remember correctly, there was a move I really liked my first time playing this. It was like a triple slash or something. Maybe I'm thinking of a different game. There's another game series that has very similar combat to this. But I feel like I know what I'm talking about there. Go ahead and grab this for an antidote rock. You can drop back down if you didn't do the jump that I did earlier. And then over here, you can drop down there as well. This is the way to get a little bit higher in the dungeon, but I still think the control panel's on this floor somewhere. There's an orange gel. And then in the final storage room... Yep, there's the control panel right there, guarded by 3 armadillos.
They've got me surrounded.
Good break, get the launch. Easy Mirage, and then as soon as I land, let's go with a boost break. I wonder, whenever they land like that, because they're not getting broken, unfortunately, right there. Oh, boy. Don't get cornered like that, or you can die so fast. And there the armadillo's defeated. And then let's go ahead and activate this, which will turn off that force field I pointed out earlier. So I think the quickest way is... I can't jump down there, unfortunately. We got to go all the way over here. Quickest way is probably just to be... going to be to run back over to this side and dropping down instead of jumping across. So we'll go ahead and drop here. And it should be this far left one. And in here is another chest. But this time, we get a Pierce emblem. An emblem that raises penetration.
That equipment should come in handy.
And I think it'll actually give me a tutorial on it. But if we go to equipment, Soul Sword. Oh! Oh, I can just equip that sword, huh? I'm not going to. But it is an accessory, a Pierce emblem. Penetration plus 30%. We'll go ahead and throw that on. I'm not going to be throwing on that DLC weapon. I think that would break the game. Maybe when we get a little bit better weapons or we get to like a comparable damage, I'll swap just to show it off. But unless I'm struggling with the boss of this area really bad, I'm probably not going to throw that on. Good to know I could have thrown that on in order to quickly get through the enemies in the early game, though. Up here, we'll have an elevator we can take. And let's go to the residential quarter. You can also see underneath the minimap in the top right corner, we have the fork and knife. When that drains, the food effect will run out. So we still have that defense up here.
Completely normal.
And all the way over here, we can go ahead and get a new outfit.
This must be...
The former owner's old wardrobe. Yeah.
I wonder how long they've hung here. They don't look like they've aged a day.
The designs are a little dated, but it'll have to do.
Listen, I get it. You care how you look. but we've got places to...
What is it?
No, nothing. We've kept Zephyr and the others waiting long enough. We should head back.
We get the Noble Rose weapon, as well as the Noble Scarlet outfit and Scarlet Tiara.
What?
You can go ahead and equip all of that if you want to. I think it actually comes equipped on her. You could view the difference. She gets a little bit more attack and elemental attack, as well as penetration. I give her the hunting rifle, but I don't want to. That gives her a little bit more defense, and then no accessory. I think that crown is just a accessory crown you can take off with the outfits here.
Let's head back to Ulzebek.
Return to Zephyr and
Were you
Ulzebek.
that happy to find a new outfit?
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm the same as ever.
You said before that this probably used to be a supply depot, right? But Nay thought it was a Renan castle. I wonder what it actually is.
Who knows?
Who knows?
What, can't I not know something? You didn't think I knew every last thing about my own kind, did you?
I didn't say that.
From what I've heard, a lot of the materials that were initially brought over from Rena 300 years ago were repurposed for other things over time. So it's entirely possible that this place used to be both a supply depot and a lord's castle at different points in time. They're not mutually exclusive. I couldn't tell you when the lord's castle moved to its current location, though. Well, satisfied?
Yeah. Thank you. You know, for telling me about all that.
It's not like I mentioned anything that useful. Come on, let's keep moving.
So we'll go ahead and take the elevator back down. Go to storage block, storage block, 3rd floor, and jump down. Uh-oh, didn't want to fight you guys, but I might have. No, we can just run around here. Jump down once more, and let's go ahead and head on outside. I don't think there's fall damage in this game, but I wouldn't be surprised. I don't think there's any like super high heights you could jump from anyways, though. And when we get outside, we should actually get a little tutorial here.
Want to get back to Ulzebek?
Yeah, we better. We don't have time to waste.
Someone's in a hurry.
Here we go. Fast travel. As you pass through campgrounds and other locations, you'll unlock fast travel points. To return to them instantly, open the map list from the area and pick a point. Note, some areas may be inaccessible at certain times in the story, essentially just saying it can lock you out. Yeah, you can fast travel to any, I believe, cities, any neighboring maps, as I talked about earlier. And then you can, or I guess it's not neighboring maps, but any campsites, and then any towns like here in Ulzebek, you can just fast travel directly back to.
Always good to be back.
And you can see we have one more side quest here. Hey, you're that Iron Mask that Zephyr brought in, yeah? Can I ask you for a small favor? Sure, what is it? I appreciate you being so quick to help. Here's the deal. We're running short on food. Okay, granted, it's something of an ongoing problem around here. Soil around here doesn't have much to offer, and our crops are doing even worse in it than usual lately. I won't ask you to go fetch anything crazy, just some wheat and potatoes would help plenty. Sure, I'll handle the food. Would this be enough to tide you over? We found it outside of town. That's exactly what I'm looking for. You sure I can have it? As much as we need fresh food that grows out in the wild, I can't just ask anyone to go pick it up. What with all the Zeagles running around? So don't mind if I go ahead and help myself to what you've got. You were a big help. We couldn't exactly afford to risk stirring up a hornet's nest, reducing the Bright Eyes cut and all. With all this extra food, now we can feed all the kiddos who have had to go hungry of late. Glad to hear it. Just happy to do what I can to help. I might not be able to see your face, but I can tell that you're a good soul. I don't have much to offer you in return, but I can teach you a recipe that's really easy to prepare if you'd like. If you're talking about the one that uses wheat, I already know that.
Okay.
Okay, in that case, how about a potato recipe? This one's also simple to fix and tastes good. It's a lifesaver when you're real hungry. Sounds good. I'll give it a shot sometime. Great, you absolutely should. You can't operate in tip-top shape on an empty stomach. Quest complete, hunger averted. We get 700 gald, 190 SP, and a potato recipe. And I think that's all the side quests available to us right now. So, let's go ahead and just report back to the Crimson Crows, shall we?
Let's cook it next time we make...
Crap!
Zephyr, we've got a huge problem. Something bigger than our attack on Balsev's castle? Because I don't have time to worry about anything else, right? Yes, bigger than that. The Bright Eyes. They've started massacring folks all over Caligula.
What?
Caligula. They must be after her Master Core. Guess the enemy must be getting serious about retrieving it. They must be if they're willing to kill the slaves they need to harvest astral energy. Mosgul got hit really bad.
Way.
What? Are you sure about that? Positive. It's closest town to where we attacked them earlier. I feel bad for our people there, but them's the breaks.
Damn it!
Bastards!
Just where do you think you're going?
You know where. Mosgul.
What good is it going to do to...
I don't need your permission.
So yeah, seems like our next destination is to head to Mosgul, the town where we started the game in. But that'll have to wait for the next episode. I will see you guys then.